Hey, what's up guys? Matt Shiflett with American Made Exotics here. So we got a couple clutches to pull today and we're just kind of getting our season started. Looks like things are really kind of rolling. Looks like the next couple of weeks we should have a lot more girls start laying, and then we'll really just kind of ease into the season and get the bulk of our stuff hatch in June, July like we usually do. So things are kind of on par for course for a normal season for us. But still, no matter how many times we do this, no matter how many years we've bred snakes, we're always a little nervous this time of year because the incubator's pretty much empty. The girls are gravid, but we don't see eggs yet. I'm kind of done pairing because they've ovulated. It's just kind of a waiting game now to see what we got and how things turn out. So both of these clutches are kind of younger females. I see a slug in both of them, but it looks like there's good eggs too. So we'll have to just see what we got here, but I'm going to show the good and the bad and everything like we did last year. Usually what we do is we'll kind of crank our temperatures a little bit in the end of summer and just kind of let everybody know like, hey, it's summertime, we're not breeding anymore. Get everything back on feed and just really pounding food those last couple of months before we go into the next season. And then we drop our thermostats back down a little bit. We kept them a little warmer this year than we did last year, just kind of experimenting and seeing how things go. With these ARS ones, we always have to set the thermostat a little bit higher than what we actually want the hot spot in the tub. So we're just playing with that. Hopefully we didn't go a degree or two too hot. We didn't see too many slugs last year, but it is something that happens. So we'll just have to get in here and see what we got and cross our fingers that it's not too many of them and that hopefully the rest of the clutches we got this year are good. But you know, you don't really always have a rhyme or reason for why they do it, because we've gotten clutches already this year that were massive clutches that were just one lock in January or December. So, you know, obviously we're not too far off, but we'll just have to see. Sometimes it's the body weight of the female. Maybe age, just didn't have the whatever she needed to commit to the full clutch. But hopefully it's just one or two and the rest are good eggs, and that's all it takes is one or two to get the right animal you need to take yourself farther in the project. So let's go ahead and dig in here and see what we got. All right, so this first clutch, we have a banana spot nose leopard, possible fire, possible yellow belly, 100% het clown that we bred to an exanthic clown. So for whatever reason, this is one of those ones that they were kind of stubborn. We tried to get the male, we got the first lock, and then we really struggled to ever get him to get more locks than that. Now we did get a second lock on him, but it was lots of pairings with like them sitting on opposite sides of the tub and stuff before we got that second lock. So hopefully he got the job done here. I know I saw at least one slug there. All right, 2 slugs and 3 eggs, and I always feel them and make sure we don't have any stuck eggs in here. So let's go ahead and candle them and make sure they're good. Especially these clutches that have slugs in it. I'm always worried that there'll be infertile eggs. A lot of times when we see infertile eggs, we see some slugs in the clutch too. So let's cross our fingers these are all good. All right. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And that's good. They might be some ugly eggs, but they got strong veins. So he knows these eggs got all kinds of little dimples in them and creases and stuff, but yeah, they got strong veins, so they should hatch good babies. I've seen pretty babies come out of uglier eggs than these. So at least we got 3 good ones. Really no telling, she still had good body weight and stuff. She looks like she's already ready to breed again next season, so not really explanation. It was a young girl, first time female. Hopefully that's all it is, and we'll just have to chalk it up to that. But fingers crossed we hit some kind of cool clown combo that's 100% het exanthic. Miles from Sanctum Reptile hit some banana exanthic stuff last year that we saw, and it was pretty, so we thought maybe we'd try to do the same thing but get it into our clown project. He had it into his exanthic pied stuff, so I wanted to try to get it into my exanthic clown stuff and then kind of build on top of that. So really crossing my fingers here that I get something along those lines that'll fit into the project that I'm trying to work. So we'll have to just put it on the shelf and cross our fingers and wait and see. So let's get this one put up and we'll get the other one pulled. All right, so this next clutch is up high. We'll go ahead and just pull the whole tub down so you can see. All right, so this one we have an albino pinstripe that we bred to an inchy albino clown. We got one lock on her December 5th, and then she blew all the way up to 30 millimeters from nothing on 2-1. So we got a second lock on her on February 2nd, and she went ahead and ovulated after that. So really blew up quick on that one from the first lock. She kicked this one out. That's a slug. Yeah, she's got a whole bunch more of them. So that's 3 eggs and 5 slugs on this one. But I think that there's a very fine line that after 30 millimeters, the lock just doesn't even count. They usually ovulate about 40. So on this one, it looks like we got that one lock in December, and by the time we got that second lock on her, it was just kind of too late, or it was past that threshold there. So lucky to still got some good eggs. But let's go ahead and can them and make sure they're good. So that one's good. That one's good. And that one's good. So 3 is definitely better than none. But 8 would have been a whole lot better. But this one, like I said, I think it's a very fine line at that 30 millimeter mark, that once you cross it, it's just kind of too late to get it bred for whatever reason. But I think that we might have bred that second lock a little bit past that threshold, and this was kind of just going off that one lock in December 5th. So fingers crossed that's what it is. Like I said, no matter how many years we do this, and no matter how many good clutches we get, always a little nervous this time of year, just kind of seeing things at this kind of limbo state where everybody's gravid and tail end of breeding, but the incubator's still totally empty. A whole year's worth of work, and you just kind of wait and see what happens. But at least we have something else to put in there, and it could have been worse. So fingers crossed we're getting it out the way at the beginning, and we don't see too many more slugs the whole rest of the year. So let's go ahead and get this one put on the shelf. All right, so 2 more on the shelf today at least. Again, they could have been better, but they could have been worse. I always hate to see any slugs at all, but nothing worse than seeing a female wrapped up on a pile of just like a full thing of slugs. So, I mean, I'll still take that as a not complete loss. We at least have shots at making something in both projects. So, and I cross our fingers here and just hopefully good odds on what we hit. So, hopefully we get this thing filled up soon, and we'll be back with updates as we go. So, I appreciate y'all watching. Till the next one.